Okay, we are live. So review 2 is basically trigonometry. So let's take a look at it. From the unit circle, I need to find, it'd be helpful if I had the questions. Hold on, let me find the questions. Okay, here we go. So you want sine of pi thirds, sine's the y value, boom. You want tangent of 4 pi thirds, tangent value, there it is, square root of 3, boom. You want cosecant, which is 1 over the y value. So let's go to negative pi thirds, which is here. 1 over the y value, which is 1 over negative square root of 3 over 2. I flipped it, right? And then I rationalized it. And I got a negative 2 square root of 3 over 3, okay? 4, we want to find the angle. We want to find the cosine inverse of 3/2. So cosine is the x value. There it is at pi 6. Oh, that's pi 6. Oh, made a mistake. Fix it, okay? 5, negative 1/2 for sine times y value. There it is at negative pi 6. Remember what's closest. You got to remember what's closest to 0. 6, tangent inverse of negative square root of 3, which is right there. Negative pi thirds. Remember whatever's closest to 0, okay? 7, I solved for x. I went divide by 2, I got 1/2. Now, because the domain is between 0 and 2 pi beneath the whole entire unit circle, happens twice, it's going to happen at pi 6 and 5 pi 6, right? 1/2 for the sine, pi 6 and 1/2 for the sine, 5 pi 6, okay? You can have this paused anytime you want, just ask, okay? 8, I added 4, divided by 2, then I changed it to cosine of 1/2 on the circle. Remember, cosine is the x value of 1/2 is going to be here, pi thirds. It's also here at 5 pi thirds with a full unit circle, okay? 9, I added 1, I divided by 3. Then I square root it. Now, the square root of 1/3 can be rationalized into the square root of 3 over 3, okay? Plus or minus, right? So that's all over the unit circle. Here, pi 6. Here's the negative one at 5 pi 6. Here at 11 pi 6. And here's the other one at 7 pi 6. Okay, all on the unit circle. Okay. Number 10, I needed the trig graph. So what I did is it sure looked like an upside down cosine to me. So I made an upside down cosine. I found the amplitude, max minus the min, divided by 2, 2.5, but it's negative. I have to find the frequency, which is always 2 pi divided by the width of the curve. The width of the curve is pi, so 2 pi divided by pi is 2, so the frequency is 2, and it got bumped up. So the value of k is always the minimum plus the amplitude, which is negative 1 plus 2.5, which is a 1.5. Okay, that's the equation for that graph. 11. So sine of negative 3 over 5. That sine is the y over the r. So I know my y value is negative 3, my r is 5. I found the x value by Pythagorean's theorem. Square root of 16 is plus or minus 4. It's got to be negative 4 because we're in quadrant 3. So it's got to be negative 4. So I've got r, I've got x and y. So then cosecant is the r over the y. Cosine is the x over the r, my x over my r. And then my tangent's my y over x, negative over negative makes a positive 3/4, okay? 14, okay, let's do 14. I'm going to solve. Again, if it's going too fast, please ask the sub to pause it. We're going to go plus 1, we're going to divide by 2, and then I square root. Now the square root of 1/2 can be rationalized into square root of 2 over 2. Okay, that's all over the inner circle, plus or minus, so it happens at pi 4s, 3 pi 4s, 5 pi 4s, 7 pi 4s, okay? All right, moving on to the back side. Hopefully this isn't too bad for you. 15 again is unit circle. Let's see where do I have 15. Where do I have 15? Oh, here's 15. 15 pi thirds, which is the x value, and it's pi thirds. X value is 1/2. Cotangent is 1 over the tangent value. 4 pi thirds. 4 pi thirds, there's tangent value 1 over the square root of 3. I rationalized square root of 3 over 3. Secant 1 over the x value, so negative pi thirds is there. And I've got it then, looking for 1 over the x. The x value is 1/2. Why did I make a mistake on this one? I think I did. Darn it. I hate when I make mistakes. Okay, so that's 1 over 1/2. That's easy. 1 over 1/2 is just 2. My bad. Fix that. I'm glad I'm going back through this. 18 cosine inverse of negative 1/2. So it's the x value, negative 1/2 is here at 2 pi thirds. Okay. Sine inverse of 1/2. Here's it is for the y value at pi 6. Tangent inverse of 3 pi 4. So here's 3 pi 4. So the tangent inverse of negative 1 gives me a, should be tangent inverse 3 pi 4. Yeah, that's wrong. That's a bad question. Ignore that one. Boy, I was in a hurry. Okay, 21. Working through this, I use the law of sines to get angle B. Here's my law of sines. I use my opposites, right? I sine inverse that. Then from 180 degrees, I got angle C. And then from there, I found side C by the law of sines. Okay. And I set that up to be 27.3. Okay. And then, almost done on 22. I used the law of cosines to get this side. I went adjacent squared plus adjacent squared minus 2 times adjacent, cosine of the angle. Got that answer. Took the square root of, I got 19.16. So if that's 19.16, I can just do the opposites. All right, sine of p over 13 equals sine of 100 over 19.16. Sine inverse, I got 41.6, and then again in a triangle, 180 degrees. You can solve that by subtracting from 180, and we got 38.1 degrees. Okay, 23, the area. To get the area on this one, I just had to find, I had all the angles, right? So I just went 1/2 side, adjacent times sine of the angle. Okay, and I got 76.8. And 24, finally, I have, hi guys, hold on, I'm recording right now. So I had to find the answer to this. I've got one problem to do, okay? So I wanted to be a sine because I wanted to start there, so I used a sine. Again, amplitude is max minus min divided by 2. 4 over 2 is 2. The frequency is 2 pi, always divided by the width. The width of one curve is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so then pi halves is the frequency. And then there's no horizontal shift if you start here. But there is a vertical shift. It's the minimum, which is 3, plus the amplitude, which is 2, equals 5. Okay, that's all I have. I went through it kind of fast, I know. But you guys just slow it down, pause it, and you can get it. Okay, that's all I got.